All right, good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to give you guys a quick video on a new active Firewatch program that we've kind of put together to help streamline the Firewatch process. Was hanging out with FMO yesterday, and they had mentioned some concerns and some process improvement on this. So today I worked on this a little bit and wanted to kind of walk you through it as BCs, acting officers, and also as fire inspectors. So it'll work the same from either side. I'm logged in right now as Battalion 15, so you can see here on the home screen we have an active Firewatch spot here, which is currently blank. So we're going to go through, we're going to add a Firewatch so you can see what that looks like, and then kind of come back and just take a look at how this is all going to work. So a couple quick things. Under documents, if you're on your Surface Pro and you're out and you know that we have to get a Firewatch done, we should have copies of that somewhere. There's a new version that is out. It has been placed here as of today. We're probably going to need to get some of these printed up. I'm actually working with Jen Peth right now on getting the Surface Pros to be able to sign these on your Surface Pro so you can save it and attach it later. But for now, we probably need to make sure that we have some of these. So Firewatch policy, you'll see that will open up a Word doc. Right here. So this is the new policy, and what this has on here is it has the date, property address, person, and then you'll get a signature and then be able to leave this portion with them, okay? And then you would save that to your Surface, and then when you go in to do a new Firewatch, you'd be able to attach it. Hopefully you guys are able to see that. So if not, anyways, it's a Word document and it will pop up. You'll be able to fill it out. So once you have this Firewatch policy, you know that we have to enable Firewatch for a business. We would get that filled out. You come up here, there's a new area called Firewatch. Click here. Right now there are none, so we would add a new one. And we're just going to walk through this just like you have a business. We'll write one up for business here. So click here, you're going to browse choices for address. So you got two things right now. So this is going off of our inspection and pre-fire database. So it's limited. Not every building in the city is going to be in here, but we should have that pretty corrected here soon. If for some reason it's not in here, then we need to, you would need to essentially select a blank. And then now what'll happen, actually, I'm going to take that back. I'm going to enable a button for you here where you can actually add. So you'll be able to add. It's not showing up yet, but you will have a button here that says add. And then you would go in and you would put the address in, building name, and some basic contact information. So we'll get that set up for you. But for now, we'll say that you're working on this cobblestone. This one's been having some issues. If that's not it, we could say, well, maybe it's that's not the building. It's actually, I know that it's a test building, maze testing. There we go. So we're going to select maze testing, hit OK. When you hit OK, any information that's in there will populate here. There's no contact person or contact number. So I'll select another one just so you can see what that looks like. We'll go with Dunn Lumber, see how that does. There you go. So once that information is in there, it will pre-populate whatever is in the inspections and pre-fire database. So, and we're working on getting that improved. If there's a person that's going to be left on site, you would put, say I'm going to be on site, my contact number. If you have that information, 3 alarms and put some notes, FA alarms, 3 hours, Firewatch implemented, starting, and right now it is, we'll say 1300. Okay, quick little note, it will put your name and timestamp it once we save it. I'll show you that. We're going to put a start date and time in, so we're going to say today at 1 o'clock. And you'll see if I take that out, it's giving you the the format that you need to put it in. So we'll say today at 1 p.m. When I hit enter, you'll see over here this 48-hour notice is going to populate to be 2 days away, or 48 hours, right? And this is going to be something that FMO monitors to make sure that anybody that's going past 48 hours is implementing further options. So for now, we may play around with a status bar, but for now we're going to say, all right, we're going to activate this. And then if you have that saved file, that Firewatch policy that you just saved, you would browse, you would put that Firewatch policy in, and then you would save. Okay. So there you go. You've created a Firewatch. We have an attached document, and this is what that will look like afterwards. So there again, there's your timestamp. You have all your information. As this thing gets completed, FMO can go in, or whoever finds out can go in and deactivate that. And you also have your document here to open up if you need to. So if we go back to the home page, now that this is active for today, these active Firewatches should show anything for today or yesterday, basically the last 48 hours, right? So if it's active and it's within that time frame, it's going to pop up here. So here you go. Here's our active Firewatch. Here's when it started. Here's when the 48-hour piece ends, and there's all your contact information. So again, you can go into it there. So when you log in as a BC, you'll be able to see this information pretty easily. So pretty easy. Wanted to share that with you guys. Again, as of right now, we're having to do hard copies of the Firewatch. So make sure you have those printed up and in rigs. And make sure you pass this on to everybody so everyone knows what it's about. As the fire inspector team, the fire marshal's office is adding these as well, they will pop up. They have a different look up here, but they go to the same table, the same application. So as they add them, you will see them pop up here. There's actually a couple that Huckstep has out for today that are in the old Firewatch. I'm gonna have him bring those over to the new one, so they will populate. And just to walk through that, so we can all see what that looks like. Okay. So hopefully that's easy enough. If you are a person that's visual and you like to see, if there's multiple ones here, if you go into Firewatch, and before I do that, once this goes completed, this will remove, even if it is the same day. So this is only active Firewatch. If you're done looking at them, you can collapse this to tighten up your screen, and off you go. But if you want to go back and look at mapping, you can go to Firewatch, go to reports and charts, and there's an active Firewatch map here as well. And then on here, you can take a look at the, hopefully it'll populate correctly, and you can look at it on map. So if there's multiple ones, you at least have an idea of where that's at, kind of put that in the back of your head. If you need to move over to satellite to get a better view of the building, right? So this is the Dunn Lumber building. We all know that one. It just gives you a little bit more of a visual cue. And as with anything, there's the date that it was implemented for the Firewatch and the address. And if you want to go view that record, just hit view there, and off you go back to it. So everything's tied together. All right. That is all I have for now. Hopefully you don't have too many questions. Let's go ahead and give this a try as we're going through the next few weeks, and see how this works out kind of on a trial basis, and we'll get some feedback and go from there. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.